Welcome back to Where is the Money? Now, the money is not with the middle working class these days because the cost of living is costing everybody they live in. People are exhausted by these prices, exhausted trying to keep their normal style of living just to survive in this economy. They're exhausted paying these exorbitant prices everywhere they turn. They're exhausted by working down to the bone and not seeing much result and still can't really enjoy the money because every dollar and dime goes to expenses. How long can people survive this?
In the wise words of the prophet George Carlin, it's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. Meanwhile, I'm out here, I'm not asleep, I am wide awake. I am paying $6 for McCormick chicken dust today. Chicken dust. Chicken seasoning is $6 for a tiny little fucking jar. Eggs, $10 damn a dozen. Folgers coffee is now $20 for the lidded red jar, the tin that tastes like it was scraped out of a nursing home's drip pot in 1986. And then Trump's over here like the economy's great. It's great. Really, bitch? That's why people are financing their groceries on Klarna like it's a Louis Vuitton bag. That's why we're out here after paying fucking bananas. By the way, I've lost my voice if you can't tell, just, from being sick and from crashing out this week over groceries. It's not the American dream. It is the American gaslight. And we're all just out here seasoning our fucking ramen with bad debt that we can't pay. You can't even treat yourself anymore. A Starbucks run feels like applying for a small business loan. A grocery store trip requires a blood sacrifice in your firstborn and a cosigner with decent credit. Costco is absolutely terrifying. I don't even want to go in. I mean, it used to be the land of abundance, and now I'm terrified. You walk in rather confident, and walk out broke and confused, holding a $40 jar of pickles and a kayak that you didn't know you fucking needed. And let's be honest, bill due dates, those aren't real anymore. They're polite little suggestions, sometimes polite, sometimes not. Credit cards be calling me like, ma'am, you're 4 days past due. And I'm like, and? Get in line, man. You'll get your $35 minimum payment when I'm done paying $12 for these eggs. I just realized I wasn't breathing there. And utilities don't even pay the electric bill or buy milk for the kids' choices. But sure, tell me again about how wages are up. Yeah, cool. $3 more an hour so I can afford a half cart of groceries and a therapy session about why I cried in aisle 5 because the box of Cheerios was $9. $9. And at this point, I don't need a financial advisor. I need an exorcist because clearly the demons running this economy are thriving while the rest of us are out here bartending vibes and trauma for gas money. And when that doesn't cut it, guess who's gonna be at the pawn shop with grandma's heirlooms? Not me. Yes, sir, it's a Victorian locket from 1892. No, I don't care what it's worth. Just tell me if it'll cover 2 gallons of milk and a tank of unleaded. For fuck's sake.
Now, we can't forget about them food prices. Them food prices are still going up. What is it, $25 for a dozen eggs or something? It's crazy out here with these food prices. And they don't make a difference if you shop at Aldi's or the dollar store or anywhere you want to shop to keep the budget under control. It's still high. And with the attack on the farmers, we still ain't seen those increases. Tariffs coming down, what those price increases gonna look like? We still dealing with some high prices already, and more high prices are coming. So we're not out the cliff. So let's get an update on these food prices.
One of the biggest price jumps so far is on imported Irish butter. Since April, we've seen Kerrygold butter go up 17% at Costco, 15% at Target, and 13% at Walmart. But Walmart still has the best price on Irish butter right now, just $1.31 a stick, cheaper than Aldi's store brand. Nutella, which is made in Canada, has also gone up. Our price tracker shows that Aldi raised their price by 13% since April, and Walmart raised theirs by 11%. But Costco is where you want to shop for the absolute cheapest Nutella right now, as low as 22 cents an ounce when you buy it in bulk. Jasmine rice, which is imported from Thailand, is another category where prices have crept up. Since April, it's up 6% at Costco and Sam's Club, and up 5% at Aldi. Prices have remained steady at Walmart, Target, and Amazon, but the warehouse clubs still have the best price, as long as you have the room to store a 25-pound bag.
Now, maybe you say, hey, listen, if you made $100,000 a year, you good. You don't have these kind of problems. Well, let's talk to a person that's making over $100,000 to get a budget breakdown on where all the money is going and see if they're feeling the pinch of the economy with the way things are, or are they immune to the way things are? You tell me, but let's see what they got to say with everything.
I'm going to break down the bills that I have. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my adult life right now. And this is the first time that I've had to budget. And you can say you're spoiled, whatever. I've just done well, and my husband does well. We don't live in a grandiose house. We live in a nice house. Yes. We live in a very nice city. Yes. But let's break down some of the bills. Let's just be completely transparent. So, first bill is the mortgage. My mortgage is almost $3,300 a month. The second bill, my biggest bill, is my daughter's school. That's almost $24,000 a year. The third biggest bill would be my utility bill. Apparently, we had a toilet running, and so last month, our water bill, I think I made a video about it, was $514. So I had to pay that. They wouldn't do anything about it. They said the water had to go somewhere. We had somebody to come out and check for any type of leak. There was no leak. We were forced to pay that on top of the regular water bill, which is usually $90 a month. Then you have your electricity bill, and that's usually around $130 a month. Then you have car payments. My husband's car is paid off, and my car now, my new one that I got, is about $300 a month, which is not a lot, I know. But then you have insurance. Our insurance is about $300 every single month. And what else? Extracurricular activities for my daughter, a couple $100s a month. Our grocery bill, we don't do like large hauls. We go like every couple days and get stuff, and I never had to budget it. We would just always go and buy it. And I broke it down this month, and we spend about $800 a month on groceries because we don't eat out and we make everything at home. And then we obviously have my housekeeper every week. That's $150 a month. So that's what, $600 a month. And then my dog gets groomed every 6 weeks. That's another $100. And that's not even including any of the extra things like shopping, whatever. And I don't even buy clothes full price. I thrift most things. And I don't get my nails done. I don't get my hair done. I don't do spray tan. I don't do lashes. Yes, I do Botox. That's it. I don't buy makeup. All my makeup is sent to me for free. Yes. And I don't know how families are dealing with the cost of living. It is scary. And like I said, my husband and I do well. I'm not going to go into exactly how much we make because I think that's a little bit too much. But those are our bills. And this is the first month that, we are going to be like paycheck to paycheck. And I've never been like that my entire life. And I'm worried. I'm legitimately worried. Usually everything just gets automatically taken out of our account on automatic payment. This time, I'm like looking at my account and it's going to be close by the end of the month. And then credit cards, I put everything on credit cards, but I always pay them off in full at the end of the month. I will not pay a dime of interest. But this month, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Depends on how big my commission check's going to be. And I never had to live like this before. I don't get it. My husband and I are both making more money than we've ever made. Why? I don't know how. It freaks me out to think about how other families live. Like, should I just move? Should we move to like West Virginia and just get like a nice big house and all our expenses would be like lowered? Oh, property tax, $12,000 a year. You guys, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And I'm nervous this month.
So it seems like the top percentile of high earners down to the everyday workers making, let's say, $50,000 a year are experiencing similar things. The budget seems to be paycheck to paycheck at the end of the month, but the breakdown of where it's going is different. Now, this lady, she had private school in there. She had a $3,000 mortgage in there. She had Botox. She had a lot of high-end fancy shit in there that the average person would just say, hey, just cut all that. You got money. But, to each his own, they want to prioritize certain things at that level. But the biggest thing I guess she was concerned with is she used to be able to afford these things with ease. But these days, it ain't like that. They got to tighten it up if they want to keep up the same things they want to purchase. Or they'll have to cut, but they did not want to cut. I want to note that. They did not want to cut some of these prices that could objectively be cut. So what do you guys make of it? Are you exhausted from the cost of living? Put your comments below. Let's talk about it. This is Where is the Money? Talk to you soon.